Hey everyone, today I want to show you how you can create your own virtual assistant that is going to produce you daily summaries in the morning in Google Sheets. So I'm going to show you first what the result looks like, and then we can go ahead and build it together and show you how to do it. We're going to use Relevance AI, we're going to use make.com, and we're going to use Google Docs. So here's something that I'm receiving every morning I'm receiving it via WhatsApp, but we're not going to go into it today. But I'm receiving every day an executive summary. So this is today of my open tasks, my email, my calendar for today, LinkedIn messages that I haven't read and that aren't marketing, and WhatsApp messages that I haven't read, and today's content. So if there's content for today today specifically there is no content scheduled, but if there is, it's today's content produced also today. So it's not just the one that's going to be posted, but also produced. So in order to keep this effective, we're going to look at open tasks and emails, and if we have time, we look at the calendar as well. But at first, I want to make sure that it's not too complicated and we understand how to get tasks and emails every day automatically in your in your inbox or wherever you choose. So here's an overview of what we're going to do, right? It's not complicated, but there's a few moving parts and a few tools. We're going to look at all of them. As always, all of the tools and agents are, you can copy them and clone them for free. So you can just take them, copy, change some API, and the address, and you're good to go. There's no code, there's no prompt that you need to write. You can take everything from me. It's going to be available on my website just as soon as I finish this video. So what are we going to look at? We're going to look at a trigger, how to make a custom trigger that's going to trigger an executive manager to ask for your emails and your tasks. Once you receive your email and your tasks, the executive manager is going to pass them on to a Google Docs manager and create a doc that you see that I've just shown you, right? And so every day I'm receiving at 7 a.m. this document, and there's a lot of things you can add, right? You can add the weather if you like. You can add the news. You can make a search for the news and ask what's the most relevant news for your market. If you're in real estate, you can ask. You can add what are the most interesting new listings, and you can do it for anything. It's also very modular, so you can add things that interest you at the moment and remove them whatever you feel like. And so let's look at the first and most simple part. It's happening with make.com. So we look at this part right here, right? So the trigger. So in each agent, you have the possibility to set up a custom trigger. So this is your Relevance AI dashboard. You have edit agents, and as you see here, hold on, I'll edit agents. You see that in the agent profile on top, you have this section called triggers, and here you see the daily exec summary trigger. So you can trigger an agent by talking to him, to keep things simple, it's going to be him. So you can talk to him via the chat. You can write, hey, please put out my daily executive summary for today, or you can do it automatically via a webhook, a custom webhook. And so if you press on this, you can type whatever, a name. Yeah. So I'm not going to save it, so we can do it exec summary webhook, and the description, prepare an executive summary. So this is not the prompt. This is just a description. This is for you to make sure that if you have multiple triggers, that you know what these are. And here's the webhook API, which we're going to put in make.com. You're going to see it in a second. And here's the text. So this is the prompt you're actually sending to your agent. So, hey, please prepare. Hold on. Please prepare my daily executive summary. All right. Basically, this is how you send a message automatically to an agent, right? And we're going to look at the prompt that's behind it so the agent knows what it means to prepare a daily executive summary. But this is how we're going to send it. Okay. And you're going to head over to make.com. And again, every scenario is, you can download them. In this case, it's so easy. It will, make you, take you longer to import it. But you just create a HTTP, make a request. You put in the API we just saw, which was, hold on, let me just go back, maybe this one. So you copy paste it in the HTTP, make a request, and you choose post, and basically that's it. So when you trigger, it's like pulling on a cord, right? So when you trigger and you pull on this cord, your agent is going to know what he needs to do. Right? In this case, it's going to launch the executive summary. That's it. This is not complicated. It's an HTTP request. Oh, and it's time based. So it runs every day at 7 a.m. Every day 7 a.m. Your agent or whatever. If you want it once a week, great. Whatever. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. The second thing we're going to do is let's start looking at these agents. All right. So I'm going to cancel this because I already have one trigger in place and there's no need to have two. So this is my trigger. And once you've done it, it's going to show up here. Here are the core instructions. You are a world-class executive management agent with exceptional skills in task delegation, project coordination, and team leadership. You have a particular knack for minimalist delegation and efficient single-agent task management. You're responsible for orchestrating the delivery of the daily executive summary. Yeah, this is a prompt that's longer than my usual prompt. So usually I can, like, if there's no need for such a long, text, SOP, context, and even flow builder, which I'll show you in a while. If there's no need for such a long prompt, I'm not going to do it, right? So it's just, I've noticed that sometimes, especially for these more complicated things, that involve more moving parts, you're going to want to add more information. All of these descriptions, obviously, they are in my templates, and you can clone them and change them as you wish. I also have used the flow builder in this case, right? So the flow builder, again, it's for more complicated stuff. You're going to see that the Gmail agent that we're going to see a bit later has nothing, has just one line of prompt. So in this case, there's one condition. When a daily executive summary is demanded, and you can add other conditions and other scenarios moving forward, but for now, this is what I'm asking of him. And so, first of all, he's demanding the current date. Then he's getting the task via the task manager, and we're going to look at all of them right together. I mean, not all of them, just task manager and Gmail manager. So we have an idea how to build it, and then we can do other sessions for more. So task manager, then you're getting the Gmail agent, the emails, then you're getting the events from the calendar agents, then you're getting the LinkedIn messages from the comms agent. You're getting the messages, unread messages from WhatsApp, and also not all unread messages that are from personal people, not from groups. Then you're getting the content to write for the content from the content manager. And by the way, the reason I have these red and green dots, it's personal, like it's personally for me, it's not something from the system. You can add any emoji or whatever to the names, and I just do it so I can quickly visibly see which agents I feel are ready, like 100% ready, or some have problems. So in this case, the content manager, like, I'm not 100% happy with him, so I'm still gonna, in this case, he could be orange. He's not, doesn't deserve a red one, but just so you get the idea. And the Google Docs manager is getting all of the details, and then he's going to send it. The executive manager is going to send it to me via WhatsApp. So that's what we're going to look at today. Okay. If you look at the agents that are working for my executive agents, there's a task manager, the Google Docs manager, the content manager, the Gmail, and all of these are working for him. Okay, he has a few tools at his disposal as well. Get the current date and the WhatsApp chat to work with me. All right. So what have we seen up till now? We've seen how to do a trigger, how to trigger the executive manager to launch the process of the daily executive summary, and he's going to launch, and the instruction of how to launch it are in his in his prompt, right? In his core instructions and flow builder. So we've covered that. Now let's see. Let's start with the email agents. Let's say the simplest of the agents. He only works with one tool: get emails. All right, and it's pretty much going to show you the tool because that's the main thing here. So this is the get emails tool, right? And it's native to Relevance, so there's nothing you need to code. There's no integration with make.com. You basically press on the plus button right here, and you choose get emails. I think, is it get emails? Yes, get emails from Gmail, and then you just select an account, right? I have a few accounts, and basically that's it. So for me, it's not as simple as that, because, and I assume it's going to be the same for all of you, you have a lot of BS in your inbox, right? And so after each email, I've added a step of LLM, and instead of doing wait, let me first finish. So I've added a step of LLM, that's an AI that's going to delete all emails that look like newsletters or marketing messages. It's not really going to delete it from my inbox, but it's going to just separate them. I don't want to see them in my daily executive summaries. I'm going to have a lot of, I've placed in a few conditions, and you can refine that and make it better. But so this LLM GPT-4.0 is going to analyze the response and not output what is resembling a newsletter or marketing messages. This is not 100% right now, but as you see, the output here is still includes like a Valentine's gift order, so it shouldn't be there, right? So here you still need to adapt it a little bit. And so it's not only about filtering, but then also I'm asking, in 10 words or less, summarize the content of the body by the sender. So as you can see here in my Google Docs, the one I'm receiving every day, all right, she's excited for the upcoming workshop on March 4th. Networking event scheduled. New podcast episode, that's not mine, but you get what I'm saying. Like, these are the new emails, and it summarizes the few emails that are the things that are relevant for me in a few words. Okay, so this is the tool, right? And the information is going to get passed on back to the executive manager. That's really that's that's the gist of it. And here, one thing I would like to say is that for those who haven't heard, you're seeing, I'm talking about optimizing the prompts and everything. This is really a big factor of it, is like not only the prompt, but the model you're going to use. And this is where all of the fine tuning and the prompt tuning is going to come into place. You can work and start by working as, basic, not changing too much. But what's going to make a tool great is the fine tuning, right? So I haven't fine-tuned this one yet, but there are two things I want to say. One, if you go to either Claude or ChatGPT or DeepSeek now, you're going to see big differences. It's also going to make a big difference in the output here. And two, this is for the ones that weren't maybe all in the news lately, but there's been a lot of noise about everything that's going on with DeepSeek. And so I just wanted to show you, here you have here on the right side, on the top, on the bottom right side, you have the credits, right? It's 104 credits left, and you'll see here when you hover above, one of the LLM models, you'll see the amount of credits it costs to use. So I think that the best of ChatGPT is now the 01 latest. It's 22.5 credits. So remember, 22.5 credits per 1,000 tokens, okay? So I just want to compare with DeepSeek and why it made so much noise. So you're seeing 22.5 credits per 1,000 tokens. So, sorry. Let's see how much it costs, and you'll find DeepSeek under Open Router, and here is DeepSeek, right? So DeepSeek, there's a few DeepSeek, but you remember 22 tokens per 22 credits per 1,000. See, it's 0.09 credits. So it was just, I just wanted, here it's not even one token, but I just want to show you the differences it makes. And if you're working for yourself and you want to keep your credits low, or if you want to do it for other people and build agencies, like, you have to find the right balance, and that's where all of the tuning comes in. Personally, I'm absolutely obsessed with DeepSeek. I found it, like, I'm subscribed to Claude. I'm subscribed to basically just Claude. I'm paying. I'm not subscribed at the moment. Yeah, I do have credits with ChatGPT as well, but DeepSeek is amazing. And the only problem is that when you work on DeepSeek from the UI, from the front end, a lot of times the server will be busy. So, but anyways, that's not important. I just wanted to show you the thing about the credits and why it matters so much. So we covered the email agent, right? So he's going to, the executive manager is going to ask the email agent, hey, get me my emails. Here's the emails. I've done a filter. Here they are. Got it. All right, nothing's going to happen yet. Now he's going to go to the task. So I'm working with Google Tasks. I've tried other things, and there are 1,000 integration also with Make. It works for me. It's easy. They have an app you can check out. I've just added a few here for my, this is like a calendar I'm not really using, but so you have the calendar button here, right? And you have the task button right here in Gmail. If you're using Gmail, and you can just add task, right? So you can add a task here, a title. So you can do a task, and then you can add details, and today, tomorrow, let's say tomorrow, okay? And that's it, right? So it's done, and you can add lists here as well, create a new list, but I'm not using it, but you could potentially do it and then organize it by category, or you can have an AI organize it by category. That would be also pretty cool. So getting tasks involves a few more steps, right? So let's head over to our Google Tasks. Here's our task manager, right? And so I forgot to show you the Gmail agent, right? Because I mentioned the Gmail tool, but it's important. I just want to show you that I have a different approach regarding prompt. So if there's no need to do something complicated, I'm definitely not going to do it complicated. So in this case, you'll see this is the instruction, right? Use the tool Gmail, get emails to get all unread Gmail emails. And that's it. Like, I'm not going to complicate it. There's no flow builders. There's one tool. He's got no sub agent. He's got he's doing his job, right? And by the way, here you can choose the language model he operates under as well. So you can choose, there's not all of them, but there's a smaller selection. But I think OpenRouter also have, there's not DeepSeek. There's Quen. I don't know which one is that. So that's it. So also, okay, so that's the Gmail agent. We've covered it. I can close it because my computer is a bit lagging today. I don't want to overload it. And let's head over to the task manager. So the task manager has access to 3 tools, okay? His task is to add, remove, and read updates tasks from Google Task. His core instructions. You are Carlos, task manager. Depending on the request, you may be asked to send the complete list of current tasks, update the task list, and or remove tasks. Analyze the request and make sure you understand what's demanded. And then if the task list is requested, I don't know why it's or to-do list, we can remove this. You have to first use the set due date Google Task and then use the get Google Task tool to retrieve the list. So what's happening here? I've had a few cases where I just added tasks and there was no due date set. And just because I'm a bit OCD, it bothers me to have an open task with, because you'll see the output with no due date. And so the due date Google Task tool, right? It's a tool, basically just runs over the task and says, hey, if there's a task that has no due date, just put it at the end of the week. Okay, so it's not a complicated, where is it? The set, I'm just going to show it to you so you see how it's built. So it's also built with make.com, right? So here's the API, right? The webhook, and we can see how it's built there later. But let's have a look how it looks. So we've seen the executive summary request. All of these templates are going to be available for you to download, right? So there's no worry about, except for this one. I mean, I don't think you'll need it. Add due date. All right. So let's have a look at this. Is basically the tool, right? So we have the webhook, right, and we have a router here. So it's pretty cool exercise if you haven't used routers before. I enjoyed working with it. Just opens up a lot of possibilities. So you connect it with the Google Task module, right? And you're asking him, this is my task list, right? And you're not doing anything. You're not ingesting any data, but you're saying like this. If, right? And you can add a label, but so if the condition due does not exist, right? If there's no due date, right? Then you set the day now plus 7 days, end of the week, right? So it's 7 days from now. And the way I did this one, so the set day now 7 was, there's a way here. You can use their AI, describe the content of this field. 7 days from, let's say 7 days from today. Let's see if it works. Okay, set days. Yeah. Anyway, so add days now. It's set day now. Probably a big difference, but this is the one you should use. Set day now. All right, but you can experiment with the fill by AI thing. Maybe it works for you as well. So it just takes the task ID, which is a required field, task ID, and that you're getting from the Google Task, and that's it. All right. And if there is a due date, if you've set it manually, then there's nothing will happen. All right. So that's the tool. All right. Let's continue with the Google Tasks, because I don't want to drag you too long. I don't want to get too much into the details, but we are going to get the Google Task, and this is the tool to get the Google Task. It's also via Make, right? And it's with JSON. So let me just show you how it works, because you're going to have more than one task. So in the beginning, I've tried to connect the webhook to the Google Task and then to a response. The problem, it would only send me back one task, but there are many tasks, right? And so you have to get the tasks. That's one, right? So it's the module that's called Google Task List Tasks, right? But then you have to aggregate them and send them via JSON. So you have this JSON aggregator. This again, you can download it and import it. The way you import is you press these three buttons and you have import blueprint. That's it. That's all you need to do, and you'll have this all of these things. The only thing you'll need to do is change the webhooks, the address. So you have a JSON, and you're basically saying, look, give me the title and the due date of each task, right? Then aggregate them with a tool called Tools Text Aggregator. Aggregate them in a string, okay? And this field will be called text, and this text, you send it back. So this is a webhook response. You don't need a response for every scenario you're going to make, but in this case, we want to get the information back to our system, back to our manager, and so we need a textbook response, a webhook response, and this is the one we want. We want the text one. So we have. Let me show you how it looks like. What it looks like when we run the get Google tag. So he's going to get the due and the task name. Oh, let's run it from scratch. Let's see what it. Amazing. So I've added. So once we get the tasks, I asked the AI to run some some things, some changes. Okay. So one I want, so as you can see, the output is here. It's called, there's the days remaining and the priority. Okay. So I have asked the AI, once he removes, he gets the raw format to ensure proper punctuation and adapt lower and uppercase. Choose an urgency. So any task that includes urgent ASAP, or immediately today, or has a exclamation point, set the urgency to high. If it's soon this week, include a call to action or something, then it's medium. And if it's low for all other, when no urgency is mentioned. And then there's the basic calculation, where you calculate the today's date and the due date. So I want to know really quickly by when it's due. Okay, so I have this -1 day. It means it's already passed, right? It's already expired. But anyways, you get the point, and that's it. All right. So you can just, in this case, what you'll do if you want to use this, you just change the webhook, and that's it. C'est tout. It will work for you. And so now we've covered two things, right? We've covered how to get your email to your executive manager. So the trigger the executive manager. The executive manager asks for the email, and he asks for the tasks. The task agent first, he got the Google Tasks, but also he checked that all of them have a due date, and changed it if there's no due date. in this case, I didn't do it, right? But I just used the Get Google Tasks tool. So we didn't set the due date, but it works. And he's going to pass along all of this information to the executive manager, along with the information from the email agent. And so now is the last part, is the Google Docs. We want to create a document that you're going to get every day, right? So how are we going to do to get one? First, we're going to need to create a template. I've covered this in the last video. If you want, you can check that to how to create custom reports. But for the sake of it, I'm just going to do it really, really briefly, so you don't have to watch the whole video again, the other one. But you're going to create a template, right? And you can choose any template you want, anything that, like, there's not really one that looks good on Google, I believe, but whatever. You can, for the sake of the example, let's take this one. And the way we're going to work is with variables. So we're going to work with make.com to create that link between Relevance and Google Docs. And make.com has this ability to read variables when you create a template. So what's a variable? It's just open brackets, and let's call it like tasks, right? Because that's what we task, and also to make sure that everything's good, we'll change the and then the other one was emails, right? Emails, and so we get that emails, right? Emails. And you know, if you want to do it properly, you can add nice, you know, a nice design, right? You can add date. You can, everything can be variable, right? So you can add the date in the format that you want. You can add executive, you know, change the title, executive summary for this, and then you can change. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can add I don't know, the as I said, like, you can add the weather for today, whatever you feel might be nice, beneficial for you. Again, you can add the news. So this is how you add variables, yeah? So then what we're going to do is we're going to go to make and create a Google Doc. So that's not the one. That's something else. But let's maybe, just to, so I'm not confusing anyone, let's first, we can close all of these again because my computer is really lagging. So we've gone over these, set Google tasks, get the emails, we know how to do. This is the executive manager. We can keep him around because we're gonna want to see how he talks to everyone. So that's the executive summary Google Docs. That's the tool that the Google Docs manager is going to use. All right. So let's have a look at how the agent is built, right, before we go into the techniques of it. So the Google Docs manager is in charge of creating and updating Google Docs and Google Sheets. To keep it simple right now, the only thing they need to do is receive the data from the executive agent with the agent already received, and then put it inside the Google Docs using this tool, right? The executive summary Google Docs. If you don't know how to use a tool, you just press / and you'll have tool, and then you'll have the list of tools available. So it's always good to refer to actual tools instead of textual. And this is how he has to send it to me in the full URL, which I'm getting on WhatsApp, by the way. So let's look at the tool. So this is the tool, right? And the executive agent manager is going to put in all of these he's going to, the Google Docs manager is going to add all of these information into the tool. All right. So let's see how it looks like behind the scene. It's going to put the date of the document. This is the name of the tasks. These are the open tasks, and so all of these subtitles they look super obvious to you, but it's for the agent, right? It's not for us. It's mostly for the agents to know, to make sure, like, to minimize the mistakes. Here are the emails, the calendar, the LinkedIn messages, the WhatsApp messages, content for today. Everything you saw in my executive summary is going to put here, and here is that's it. Here is the API. So this is the link between where we put the link between Relevance and the Google Docs. So I'm just going to show you how to create a Google Docs integration with Make, and we can make it together. Actually, let's name it template for test. Sorry, my inspiration is a bit low right now. So template for test. All right. So a new scenario. We create a new scenario. And you have first a webhook, right? This is what we're going to put inside our API. You're going to add, save, copy the link into your Relevance, and here you're going to see Google Docs. All right, and here you have create a document from a template. So you choose this, and it will go to your drive, my drive, document ID. Here's where you can choose the template. So template for test. It's just going to list all of the documents. There's no way he knows what's a template and what's not. So you're just going to list everything. Just make sure you know which document it is. So it's a template for test. And now, if you see here below, if the document contains tags like curly brackets name, they are retrieved below. So that's the whole magic. That's the whole story of the post to Google Docs. Basically everything rests on, why can I not enlarge? Anyways, I have a problem here, but this is basically it, right? So we added, if you remember, 1, 2, 3, 4 curly brackets, right? The 4 variables: date, weather, tasks, and emails. And rightly so, this is what he recognizes: date, weather, tasks, and emails. So it shouldn't be like, just to make a test, I just want to show you how it works. I just want to show you, let's say, it doesn't matter if it's textual or anything, but let's add now. That's a variable on Make. And the weather, let's say, I don't know, if we had a source of weather with a hot 20 degrees, whatever. This is Celsius, obviously. Tasks. Task is like call Greg, and email from Greg saying hi, hello. All right. So this is just example. Like in the real example, we'll have the data from our webhook, but I just want to show you how the connection works. Oh yeah, and you have to choose a title for the document. So let's call it exec summary plus date, and a document location. By default, it's just going to be in your drive. The document location is not for Google Docs, because in Google Docs you cannot organize it. It's in Google Drive, just so you know. There's not going to be any folders there, but you can run this module only, and we'll just see if it works. Right, so it looks like it worked, and here we have the web view link, so we can actually look at the document to see if it worked. This is the link of the newly created document. All right, so we have exec summary, date, hot 25 degrees, call Greg, from Greg, hello. So we see the connection is working. And then, for the template, what you need to do is just you can make it nicer, right? You can add these types of icons, and you can add some design, and you can add whatever. And all of this, you can take this whole system of working and you can add it, for client reports or client invoices or whatever. This is the way you do it. So let's just take a look if there's something that I forgot with the executive summary. In this case, we also want to add a webhook response to get the URL back. But let me just see if there's nothing that I forgot. Oh, sorry. But anyways, so this is the whole scenario, right? So I don't know. Executive summary, docs create request, create doc, will docs request, daily executive. No, that's it. I think that's it. Let me see. No, so this is the actual one I'm using. So you're seeing that you're getting the date, the tasks, the email, the calendar, the LinkedIn, WhatsApp messages, and content, everything. And that's the whole scenario. Webhook and Google Docs. That's it. So very, very simple. So here we go. I think that we've understood the whole system. You can download everything from my website. You can try it for yourself. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot of more with things we can cover. We can cover email. We can cover the WhatsApp connection and how to get it on WhatsApp. We can cover the content creation. We can cover voice. I'm really into voice and everything that's voice activated, right? With 11 Labs, so many cool things you can do. I mean, you could get a phone call every day with your things instead of, or a voice message instead of needing to open a doc. Like just tell me like my main things I need to do today. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. Anyways, if you have any preference on what you want to see, just let me know. I'd love to hear some feedback. And again, like feel free to download anything and let me know what you think about it. Bye-bye.